Hey guys, how's it going? Quick film study on some of the things which Gennady Golovkin does, which makes him one of the most feared fighters at the middleweight division and just in general in boxing. And no, I'm not talking about his power. I'm still not going to be talking about his power because Golovkin is a smart, technical, aggressive, counterpunching, pressure fighter. So there's a lot more to his game than just his power. I hope you guys liked the video. And so with that said, on to the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the fact that Gennady Golovkin actively counters the jab. One thing which is well understood in boxing is that in order to beat an aggressive pressure fighter, you need a good jab. So what happens when that aggressive pressure fighter also happens to be a counterpuncher? And what happens when he is incredibly skilled at countering the one weapon that you must use to keep him at bay, which of course is the jab. So let's take a look at what happens.
En el terreno sin sacar más boxeo de uppercut.
Golovkin le está ganando en todas las distancias.
No para...
Entre otros.
Pero que como dices, no, una vez... Realmente para estar en el quinto round, hagas y no termina de cogerle esa mano. Ahora sabe claramente...
So as you can see, Golovkin parries his opponent's jab with his right glove, usually sending it flying over his left shoulder. Simultaneously, Gennady Golovkin shoots his own jab, catching his opponent. It is crucial to realize that Golovkin is actively countering the jab. So we're going to take a look at another example against Gabe Rosado. So once again, Golovkin parries his opponent's jab and steps forward with his own jab. As previously explained, his opponents often step forward when they jab, and this often results in them increasing the damage of Golovkin's jab because they often walk right into Golovkin's jab as they step forward and get countered by Gennady Golovkin. Excellent technique. Golovkin doesn't like countering over the jab anywhere near as much as he likes countering under the jab or parallel to the jab. The reason for this is countering under the jab or parallel to the jab is much more difficult to see and adjust to. So Golovkin will either shoot his jab parallel to your jab or he will counter underneath your jab with an uppercut like you've just seen.
Que parece que acaba de salir del...
So using a very subtle slip to the outside, Gennady Golovkin moves just enough to avoid Gabe Rosado's jab. Now notice Golovkin's right hand is still partially deflecting the jab. And then Golovkin counters with a straight right hand. So now you've seen Golovkin counter the jab with a parallel jab, with a right uppercut and with a straight right hand. So he's displaying his excellent counterpunching skills. Brilliant boxing by Gennady Golovkin. So why is all of this significant? Well, the thing is, when you're up against an aggressive pressure fighter, you need a good jab. When your jab is constantly being countered, you become unwilling to shoot that jab. But see, the thing is, you're still in there with the hard-hitting pressure fighter, so therefore you still need the jab. But the thing is, you're taking damage every time you throw the jab, so you stop throwing the jab. But see, the thing is, you need the jab to win the fight, and therefore the cycle continues. He takes away the jab, and that is exactly what you need to win the fight.
Golovkin le está ganando en todas las distancias.
No para... Entre otros. Pero que como dices, no, una vez... Realmente para estar en el quinto round. Ahora sabe claramente...
They exchanged some really good body shots in that last exchange. Oh, good uppercut.
Okay, so now let's take a look at how Golovkin sets up that right uppercut. So first you see Golovkin step in close and smother his opponent. And then you see Golovkin use his left arm to pin Rubio's gloves to his chest, therefore preventing Rubio from actually working on the inside. Very, very smart boxing from Golovkin. And he pushes off. Now Golovkin shoots what is really just a tap left hook. He does not really intend to do much damage with this left hook here. But of course there is a possibility that it will actually expose an opening. So when working in mid-range, a lot of fighters will counter the left hook with a left hook of their own. So exchanging hooks is very common at this range. Notice how Golovkin has already dropped his right arm, and he does so in preparation to shoot this right uppercut right down the middle, because of course there is an opening right down the middle. And there you see the crushing right uppercut as Rubio shoots his left hook. Golovkin set the trap and successfully sprung the trap once he saw the opening. brilliant, outstanding boxing from Gennady Golovkin. And then you chase your opponent and you finish them off.
Golovkin momentarily wobbled Rubio. Now he's got him pinned against the ropes.
Let's see how he varies here.
Predator at work. Down goes Rubio.
Touch, touch, touch. Smash.
Raje se está llevando unos palos tremendos. Raje se está llevando unos palos tremendos.
So you see him fade from this jab, and you see him slip the second jab, and then he's going to roll the right hand. See, I talk all the time about Gennady Golovkin using the shoulder roll. Golovkin is a very subtle fighter. His slipping, rolling, and other evasive movements are very subtle and easy to miss. Golovkin's defense is good for an aggressive counter-punching pressure fighter. Now you see him roll the right hand. Fades, slips the jab, rolls the right hand, but he also uses some control as well. Alright, so earlier in the video I talked about Gennady Golovkin countering the jab. So the reason I've actually returned to this topic is to stress and emphasize the point that Gennady Golovkin is an aggressive counter-punching pressure fighter with a good defense. Being aggressive or being passive is not an actual fighting style. It's just a disposition of the fighter. Gennady Golovkin's counter-punching style is often ignored due to his predisposition to be aggressive. But aggressiveness or passiveness is not a style. His style is counter-punching.
To be said for
So you see, if Gennady Golovkin was occasionally countering his opponents, then yes, maybe we could say it's just a coincidence. However, we can clearly see that Golovkin consistently takes it with the jab from his opponent. Here we see him countering Daniel Gil. He always consistently counterpunches. And of course, we know that counterpunching is the ability to transition from defense to offense. You can counterpunch using a variety of tools, and you can counterpunch your opponent in many different ways. So we're going to take a look at Golovkin's ability to transition from defense to offense. So here you see Golovkin is able to use his right glove to block and deflect Gabe Rosado's jab over his head. And then Golovkin counters with a short left hook over Gabe Rosado's right hand. Beautiful counterpunching from Gennady Golovkin. Alright guys, that's all I've got time for with this video. Thanks for watching once again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I just wanted to emphasize the different skills that Gennady Golovkin actually possesses, and I think he's going to be, well, he already is one of the most major threats in boxing today. So thanks for watching guys. On to the next one.
And Adrian Gonzalez is in the crowd. Dodger first baseman.
oh, hard hook and a right hand by Golovkin. Rubio comes back with a right hand of his own.
Yeah, some really good body shots in that last exchange. Oh, good uppercut.
Hard uppercut by Golovkin. Momentarily wobbled Rubio. Now he's got him pinned against the ropes.
Let's see how he varies here.
Predator at work. Down goes Rubio.
And he is still the undefeated
all this money in my way?
champion of the world.
Oh boy, baby.
Gennady
See no evil. That's right. Montana. Yeah.
Oh boy, baby.
Shining like a star when the clouds polluted. If I catch a charge, I'm a market student. Married to the money like my mama Jewish. She was praying to Muhammad, I was buying loose.